I'm going through a red phase. I don't know why all the labels, but it's just, that's what came in red. I'm just saying that because I picked up the box and went, hey, I'm red and it's red and I like red. And I bought red running shoes too. This is a Switchbot device. Again, I love Switchbot. You would have heard me say it on many other videos. They just keep leveling up. The products that they are releasing are just super well made, really well put together. The little bits of thoughtfulness that come in the package, the smart lock, the video cameras that I've got. I mean, originally with the Switchbot, switching bots came from Switchbot. That was the OG device that I started. Now I'm trying out the outdoor camera, which I guess makes sense for them to get into. I have two of their indoor cameras which have some pretty cool things. Done another video on those. This Switchbot is an outdoor camera with all the bells and whistles that you'd expect for an outdoor camera, and I really like it. It's got this kind of Star Wars kind of look to it. It's like a little droid. You'd expect it to say something cute. The design is gnarly in that, gnarly, wow, that's a word I haven't heard since the 80s. Cool, it's grouse. It's super rad, man. It kind of sits in this kind of sleeve, right? That has these three things on it. And so it just kind of rotates. So it fixes with 4 screws. And then from there, you've got obviously the PIR sensor, you've got the camera lights, and then you've got the video camera itself. So it's very easy just to mount it and then just kind of angle it wherever you want it to go. Oh, I want it to go over there. You have kind of infinite control on the direction that it faces, and I love that. So at the moment I have mostly Ring cameras outside. Inside I have Switchbot, I've got a Kara, I've got some eMeet streaming cameras, and I've got another camera somewhere. Oh, and I have a Solium solar outdoor camera as well. This is probably the coolest looking one. I'm going to mount this outside on one of the areas of the house that doesn't actually have a lot of coverage. So I have a Ring floodlight on the front, I've got a Ring doorbell, I've got 2 stick-up cams each side of this house, and at the top front corner there I don't really have anything. It's a bit of a black spot. So I'm going to put this out there to test it. What comes in the package that you need? Well, it's quite simple. I mean, there's the box, which is useless for anything else other than packaging. Then there's the camera, which comes pre-fitted into this little like thing. Then you've got your instruction manual, multilingual. You've got a welcome card with all the social media stuff, QR code, get some help. You've got a USB-A to USB-C cable. I'll talk more about that in a minute. You've got masonry plugs and screws. So if you want to put this into concrete and mount it into concrete, you can do that. You've also got mini screws, which I will show you fit into this bracket here. So if you just want to secure this bracket to something through other means, and then you need to put the camera just into this bracket, this is what you would use. This backing peels off, so this sticks. And if you're going to do the masonry, it comes with a template for drilling stuff. And you can't quite see that because it's too bright. But there's, you know, little dotted bits there. That's it. It's quite a simple package. It is solar compatible. Fortunately, I have a spare solar panel. I don't know why, but you know, I have a spare solar panel. Unfortunately, my solar panel is a micro USB connector. So I'm getting a micro adapter for the solar panel that goes into USB-C that then plugs into this. Some tech specs. The unit is 1080p. You can do live view through the Switchbot app. So this becomes part of the Switchbot ecosystem. It all connects in together with all the other devices I have, and is also compatible and connective with other smart home systems. So it'll tie in with your, you know, Alexa system and others. It has AI, human, and pet detection, which is kind of a nice thing to have these days. We've got a cat, and I don't really want it, you know, triggering this if I really just want to know if humans are coming around. PIR motion detection here. It's got color night vision, and it's got 2-way audio built in. With the solar panel, obviously it's wire-free installation. If you do want to power it, and now that I think about it, that corner of the house actually has a power socket. So I'll probably power it and then run it straight into this unit and mount this on the side of the house. And I'll show you more on that once I've got it fitted. This is obviously just a bit of an introduction on the specs. The alarm on it is 100 dB, which is freaking loud. 110, you're starting to get into damaging your hearing. So 100 is more than you need to alert the neighborhood. It does have a 10,000 milliamp battery, so if you are running it into, running solar into it to charge it during the day, then that's plenty of storage for what you need. Storage, speaking of which, it can either be local or cloud storage. So if you want to subscribe to one of the Switchbot subscription plans, then you can host all of your data in the cloud, or you can store it locally. To store it locally, you just pop that out of its bracket, and on the back there, there's kind of some rubbery, water resistant connection bits. So if I open up the little one, you can see that is the charging port. That's where the USB-C goes into. And then if I open up the second one, which is larger, a part of that, you can see that you have obviously slots for all the bits and pieces, like your micro SD card would go in there, so that you can store your video footage locally. Personally, I don't like faffing around with local storage. I know that is contrary to a lot of people's security beliefs, but it's so much easier for me to be at the office to get a notification and to be able to look up that footage in the cloud and have it available in the cloud and share it in the cloud if I need to, etc. So that's how I roll. The rest is obviously up to you. So that's it. It's ready to mount. So I'm going to mount this. I'll get some footage for you. We'll have a look at the image quality and what it looks like once it's up on the side of the house. Okay, so I've figured out where on the house I want to mount this. So it's ladder time. And what I've got off the side here is a little steel bracket that used to hold like a gazebo arm, which I took down. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do is actually just screw a piece of wood into that unit and then attach the camera, and that should be a really good angle to look over the patio. I feel like when you're being a handyman, if you do it all the time, you get to remember all the stupid things you should check. So halfway through that, I realized that whilst I had the speaker at the bottom exposed and the camera was at a good angle, I couldn't actually get the power port in the back. And I have to say the design of this is actually a little bit awkward in that the speaker and the power almost conflict on the angles that I'm trying to get it on. I think they probably should have put the speaker maybe a third of the way around the side, and that would have made a lot more sense. However, the picture so far is awesome, so I'm very happy with that. And the mounting bracket means no damage to the house. That makes it easy for me, and conveniently this is where I wanted to put it, but there is actually a power supply here. I'll probably still get the solar panel adapter for the solar panel that I have and put it off here, just like I have my Ring stick-up cam down the other end. Job done. So that's really it for the Switchbot cam. I'll download some footage so that you can see that at full res. Tech skills for a little while there on the end of the drill. But I am really happy with the picture quality that's come out, and that is an area of the house that I don't have covered by a camera, so now I do. Have a look, check it out. If you've got any questions, of course, fire away and I'd be happy to help. Yeah, Switchbot Outdoor Spotlight Cam.